and deep exhale. Perfect. Standing on the mat, wide legs. Can you have your feet so that they're at the edges of your mat? The very edges of that mat, good. That's how wide you want them. And then we start out with a tiny squat. The tiny squat is all about your butt. So you stick your butt back, and then as you lift up, you squeeze your glutes and your hips. So you stick your butt back, and then you stand up tall. Back, stand up tall. Good. Check your knees. This is not a plie. It's a stick your butt back and up. It's like a mini squat, focusing completely on your glutes. Back and up. I check my knees, go out to the sides a little bit. See that? But they do not come forward. They go out to the sides a little bit. Good, and I can pretend I'm about to sit down, I change my mind. I'm about to sit down, I change my mind. And as I do these, I want to squeeze the glutes. It's just 100% glutes. Squeeze the glutes. Squeeze your glutes and your hips too. Back and up. Good, now we really have that. We totally got it. We're doing it perfectly. Let's see if we can keep going. Down and up. Whatever the heck you want to do with your arms is totally fine with me. I want you to focus though. So for me, each time I have to think glutes or squeeze my butt. Yeah, really make it about that. About to sit down, and then I stand up. We all need awakening of our glutes. Maybe not all of us, but most of us need that. Most people need that. This is the glute part of our squat series. A little, and then a lot. A little bit of sitting down, and then a lot of squeeze going on. Good. Now I really have it. I'm really laser focused. I get to do 10 great ones. 10 and 9. Something about the countdown sometimes really helps me focus. 7 and 6 and 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and last 1. Okay. Now my feet are still wide. They're as wide as the mat. I'm going to have my hands clasped lightly in front, lightly pulling apart. This is just a plie. So my spine stays completely straight, as if a line between my legs all the way up through my spine and up through the top of the head. There's energy going up as I go down. Energy in both directions. Woohoo! Nice. It's plie and up. Plie and up. Good. Now make this a knee exercise because that's what we need. We need to keep our knee joint really, really, really strong. Ankle joint and hip joint, yeah, but knee joint is most at risk. It's in between those two. So thinking about the knees, thinking about working them evenly and equally might slow the plie down, but bring better quality of movement. That's what we want. Good. And again, whatever you feel like doing with your hands and your arms, it's all good. Nice work. A couple more here. Good. Now we go down. 1, 2, 3, and hold. We go up. It's down. 2, 3, and pause. Press it up. Good job. It's 1 down, 2 down, 3 down. Pause. Press up. These are slow. And 1, 2, 3. Pause and up. And 1, 2, 3, pause and up. That's it. 1, 2, 3, Pause, press it up. Once more. And 1, 2, 3. Pause, press it up. It's down, up, down, up, down, up, stay low. Good job. Arms come out here like cactus arms. Big inhale through the nose. Exhale, cover your face. Elbows and forearms touch. Inhale, open. Exhale, together. Good, now notice I'm in my plie, but I'm not the lowest plie I could possibly do. Or maybe I am. For me, it's very moderate. I'm in half plie. There's some work, but I feel good about it. I feel stable, and I feel like I'm working my knees in all possible points. Strengthening knees. Not burning my thighs off, not burning my butt off, not right now. In and out. Good. In and out. Just once more. In and out. Good. Now keep the palms pressed out. Push out and in. Good. I'm going to go a little teeny bit lower. And when I went lower, I did a tiny little external rotation with my knee, making sure the kneecaps are pointed out. Good. In. Press it out. In. Push out. In. Push it away. Good job. Push it out. Good. Push it out. Nice. Push it out. Good. Push it out. And 3 more. And 2 more. Last one. I'm going to let my arms just flop. Breath in here. Good. And then exhale. The arms come in and up and behind my head. Ah, good. I'm going to take it into a side bend, and I'm leaning back. So my ribs are jutted forward a tiny bit. It's as if I'm on a towel on a sandy beach, and I'm just moving side to side to side to side. Good, and then I'm going to take it a little faster. Good, back to center. My feet are going to come in a little bit, and I'm going to lift one foot, opposite elbow reaches. That's it, and it can be slow, can be a little faster. Good, this can also be done with both feet on the ground, and you're just twisting. Just twisting. If you have really bad low back issues today, back is screaming at you, you're not really going to do single leg work. It puts a lot of pressure on your low back. For healthy people, it's a good pressure. For people who are straining their back, not a good idea. It's taken me a long time to figure it out, but rest is sometimes helpful. Not that often, but occasionally. Rest is a good thing. Okay, nice work. Finally, we get to come back to that wide-legged stance. Plie. Good. And this time I'm going to take it into a little bit of a deeper plie for me. So I find it and I check that I'm not hanging in my knee joint, but there's work. Work with the thighs, work with my glutes, work around the knees, even work from the ankles. Good. I'm going to pick my heels up, and I'm going to see here if I can go down an inch, up an inch, down an inch, up an inch. And if you can see, my heels are a tiny bit, 1 inch off the ground. It makes it a little unstable, and I feel it in my knees, but for me, it's a strengthening, powerful feeling. It's not at risk. Notice how that is for you. Good, and it's down and up, down and up, down and up, down and up, ta-ta, ta-ta, shoo, 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 shoo. Good, now stay low. One heel drops, one heel lifts. One heel drops, same heel lifts. Drop, lift, drop, lift, drop, lift, Drop one heel, lift one heel. Drop one heel, lift one heel. Good. Now, if you can, you're going to keep the same syncopation with your hands behind your head. Makes it a little bit harder. Lower, lift, lower, lift, lower, lift, lower, lift. Now it's both. Lift, both, lift, both, lift, both, lift. Last one, stay lifted. Good. Drop your right heel. Plie here. 1, 2, 3. One heel's lifted, one heel's not. Good. Good. Now drop that heel. Lift the other guy and plies for 10 and 9 and 8 and 7 and 6 and 5 and 4 and 3 and 2. Last one. Drop both heels. Arms come out to the sides. Reach wide. Very last little piece here for legs. My legs are working. We go down, maybe as low as you can, and it's down an inch, up an inch, 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 down an inch, up an inch. Oh my goodness, that brought on a sneeze. That's really funny. Good. Now hold it at your lowest level. What is your lowest level? I don't know, but find it. Arms come together and apart. Arms come together and apart, and then make it more of a hug and open. Hug and fling. Oh yes, good job. Let's do this about 8 more times. Keep going. Keep going. Good. Can you stay low? Can you stay strong in your legs? Good. Be fierce. Be fierce. Be fierce. Good. Last one. Woo. Okay, my whole body feels warmed up. I hope yours does. Let's transition to our mat. Yeah. Okay, let's come on down to the mat. We're going to start out with our therabands. Yes, we are. We need our therabands today. Okay. Got y'all theraband, and your ball is handy. I'm not going to use it in this first exercise, but we only did one roll up. And I'd like to do about 5 more. Oh, that's so funny. My ball fell in the crevasse. Okay, the theraband is around your feet. And I want you to sit up tall and find your forward fold. So first, find sitting bones. Press sitting bones down. Lengthen up as tall as you can. Your spine is taller than it was yesterday in this ideal world. You're going to lean yourself forward to any degree. Then holding onto your theraband or your socks or your feet, lean forward. You can bend your spine, let go of your head, and send oxygen into the back of your body. Your whole back needs more oxygen, like it's a giant sponge. And as you inhale, you're inhaling into the sponge of your back. Yes, I can feel that. Good. Now roll the spine all the way up. Push your feet in one direction and your head in the opposition, and then it's belly. Belly comes down, and then it's spine, 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 spine. Let your head come to the ground. Let your shoulders be wide. Take a breath or 2 here, just breathing. Good. Next, inhale, float your head, neck, and shoulders up. Look at your feet. Exhale, roll yourself all the way up. Good. And it's forward fold once again. Gosh, I feel stiff today. Good work. All the way upright, find those 2 angles, and then it's belly button or even lower ovaries, if you can think of that, or your lowest part of your sacrum pressing back. Good. One more time for yourself. Coming all the way up. This time, as we go down, we're going to take our legs with us. So what that means is we slide the legs in slowly, we bend the knees, and as we roll back, we take the legs with us until we come to a tabletop position. Rest your head on the ground, eyes are looking at your toes or at your knees, and take a rock side to side. This is for your very lowest part of your back and sacrum, side to side, to side, to side. Come to center, and then the legs are pressed together as we press out and bend in. And as we press into the band, we pull back with the arms. So we're getting a little bit of resistance with the feet, legs, and arms. Exhale. Good. Try letting the legs go a little bit lower, just an inch or two lower than what you had a minute ago. Is that a better feeling for belly? Or is a little bit higher a little bit better feeling for your belly? Can you find where your abs are working just right? Then on the next one, once you found it, you're going to add your lift. So you lift up and lower down. Good. Exhale and inhale. The first few you lift up to what's comfortable for you. Maybe you're lifting up to shoulder blades. Maybe you're lifting a little bit above shoulder blades. You choose. There's not a wrong way to do this one. Lift and lower. And exhale and inhale. And exhale. And inhale. Good. Now let's lift a little bit higher on each one. The goal will be to come up to our teaser position. You can inch your hands down a little bit so that you have more support with your band. That's a good thing. There's also more resistance. And then if you can, you're coming up to balance right at your sacrum. And that's our teaser position in Pilates. You'll notice that your arms holding onto the band, that line of energy is parallel to the floor. Good, and then we slow it down a little. So we lift up and we pause and hold, and we lower down. Good, and we lift up and we pause and hold, and we lower it down. Good, again, lifting up, and down, and lift up. And now, good, now we're gonna lift up and hold. So we lift up and we hold. I want you to take 3 counts with me to come down, but your legs stay where they are, so it's just our spines. Here we go. It's 1, 2, 3. Okay, it's 4 counts. And then bend the knees in, so it's 5. Okay, let's try it again. We're gonna exhale up, pause, and we have 5 counts to come down. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then bend your knees on 5. Okay, let's try it again, and we'll get it right. We're gonna lift up in 1 count, exhaling. Good, find it. And then keep your legs where they are, just the spine. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bend your knees on 5. Yeah, we did it. Try it 2 more times with me. We lift up. We find it. Good. Leave your legs where they are, just the spine. 1, 2, 3, 4, and bend in for 5. 1 more time. We lift up. Woo! Good. And 5 counts. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, perfect job. I want you to drop your theraband. Just let it go for a moment. And we're going to try to do a couple without the band. Oh my gosh. Good. Have a little toddler attack. We call this the tantrum. Have a little tantrum. Oh no, we're going to do it without the theraband. And you're just letting go of tension. Yeah. Maybe that's what toddlers are doing when they're having a tantrum. They're letting go of tension. Did you ever think of that? Maybe we should let them have their tantrum. Okay. Let's take a breath in here. I'm going to use my arms for a little bit of support. Inhale and then exhale. The arms start the movement. I'm going to lift my head, neck, and shoulders. I can hold on to my legs if that helps me come up. That's fine. I find my position. I don't have any bands. Oh my gosh, good. And it's 5 counts to come down. Legs stay. It's fine. 4, 3, 2, 1, and then the legs come in on 5. Good. I'm not counting this well, but oh well, that's what we get today. Take a breath in. Arms start the movement. We exhale, pick everything up. We find our teaser position and we energize ourselves. Yeah, this is fun. Legs squeeze together and they stay. Body goes down. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Woo! Those are so much more challenging than with the theraband. It's like 10 times 10. Would you agree? I think they're like times 10. Okay, we get one more. Starting with the arms, legs, perfect tabletop. Inhale, exhale up. Good, we found it. We revel in it. Yeah. And then we go back down. And bring it in. That was gorgeous. Okay, from here, you're going to use your legs to stir for 3, and 2, and 1, and reverse that, stirring other way. 3, 2, 1. Yay. Holding onto your shins, lift your head, neck, and shoulders up. Good. And then it's just our classic single leg stretch. 1 in and 1 out. Emphasis on the stretch today. Your head could be down and you're just focused on pulling one leg and reaching other leg out. Even if you happen to have strained your low back and you're in class today, this is good for you. This is a single leg exercise, but this is not one that's going to strain or overuse your back. Good, head up or down. You choose. 1 in and 1 out. 1 in and 1 out. Good job. Hands could come behind head for support. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now add a twist. You're going to twist towards your incoming knee. Here we go. Twist, 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 twist. Really reach your body, not just your elbow. It's your body thing. Arm get to the outside of knee. Cha-cha, 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 cha-cha. Keep going with me. Back to center and down. Melt everything down for a moment of peace. That felt so good. Let's now find our theraband. Mine is exactly where I left it. And I'm going to load it up to my left foot today. I do need some hamstring stretches today. So hopefully you do too. My band is on my left foot. I'm going to cross my band and just find a stretch. Good. I'm checking that my hips are even. My neck feels a tiny bit tight today, and I'm looking at my foot. I'm looking up at my foot, and I'm noticing, oh yeah, the back of my neck feels a little tight today. So hopefully you're finding out information about your body as we go along. Very important. We pull down, we pull the theraband down, and you can feel the top of your leg bones sinking down into the socket. Oh yeah. Maybe for you today, your hamstrings are tight, and just in this position here with the opposite knee bent, you're feeling something good. Can you straighten any more through any part of the back of your leg? Can you straighten anywhere more through your knee joint? Can you push a tiny bit more upwards into the band? Then when you get all those pieces, you go down and up. Big kicks. This is range of motion. That's why I'm keeping my right knee bent. If I lengthen my right leg down, it would feel good, but I wouldn't have quite the same range of motion. And with a bent knee, I'm more able to stay secure in my belly and my back. So for any of you that have any stressful back issues this morning, it's way better to keep a bent knee. And it's good if I offer you those tips, just in case maybe you're doing this class another day and you do have a tiny strain in your back. We want to respect those strains, I find, as I grow older, not ignore them like I did when I was younger. Respect them. The body's telling you something. Good, big kick. We're practicing a karate kick. We're gonna try out for the next Karate Kid movie. We're gonna probably be playing the grandparents or the people next door, not the main characters. Why? Well, I don't know, just because it seems like in the cinema most people are really young. Okay, let's not go there. Kick and kick. Keep going, kick. The beauty, there's so much beauty in growing old. Let's focus on the beauty of it. Part of it, it's really fun to become slightly invisible, isn't it? You get to learn more about your world. You're not out there the center of attention. You're a little bit back. Okay, we did 1 million of these. That is perfect. Then slide the opposite leg out if you like, and your back feels strong. And then you take it across the body. Good, really push, 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 and then take it open. So this is just our side to side. We take it across and open. Good. You are in control of your theraband. You're in control of your legs. You're in control of your timing. Slow is good. Good. After about 6 of those at your own pace, come back up to your full-on hamstring stretch, 90 degrees. And then these are very small circles. Lead with your heel as if you're drawing a circle or an oval on the ceiling with your heel. And it's small. Good. Maybe spiral out a little bit. So it might be the size of a basketball or a Pilates ball, like that. And then if you're doing more of an oval, can you make it more circular? Smooth out the edges, good, and then go the other way. Just when you get it perfect, that's when we go the other way. Other way, good. So you might start out really small with your heel. You might spiral out a little bit, and then you might think the size of a dinner plate. Smooth, or a dinner plate dahlia. Have you seen those? Oh, they're beautiful flowers. Remember going to the botanical gardens in Seattle, of all places. Actually, I think it was a Japanese garden in Seattle. Maybe some of you have been there. They have a huge dahlia, or they used to have a huge dahlia display, and they had giant dahlias. They were bigger than dinner plates. They were like 18, 20 inches. Oh, I wonder if I still have pictures of those. In my mind, I do. That's important. Final little stretch, 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 stretch. Oh, good job. Okay, that was an amazing all-out stretch for that left leg. We're going to put the theraband wherever it is that we know where it is. I guess for me, I'm going to put it right over the top of my head. I take a second to just feel my tailbone. Oh my goodness, I do feel like there's a different warmth level through my legs. That's kind of interesting. And then I'm going to bring my legs in and extend them up. Good job. From here, lift the head, neck, and shoulders up. Pull yourself up using your hands on the back of your legs, and then bring hands to support back of your head. Good job. One leg down and one leg up. It's 3, 2, 1, change. 1, 2, 3, change. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Good. For 2, change. 2, 2, 2, 2. Good. Singles. Good. Legs come in and you roll down. Grasp your shins or your knees. Rock a little teeny bit side to side. You're rocking your spine. You're rocking your head and neck for a second. Do you feel any little bit of stress letting go? That's the option here. Okay, and then we want to do that extended stretch for our right leg. Woohoo! I'm going to turn around just for a different viewpoint. And my right foot gets the band. Woohoo! Good. And I'm just finding all of the concentric points of contrast. I'm pushing up, pulling down, seeing if I can straighten my knee joint anymore. I'm finding my theraband comfortable, and I'm pulling it down, breathing, and finally I'm checking that my hips are pretty even. You can actually feel your hip bones just to kind of double check. Good. And then whenever you feel like you haven't checked the placement of your head, my neck is a little teeny bit tight today, so it feels like I have a double chin when I'm looking at my knee or at my foot, which I'm getting a little stretch. I need that today. That's a good thing. And then it's down and up, and it's a big kick. The Karate Kick, the Karate Kid kick. Nice. Oh, if you don't have a theraband, you want to get one just for this little exercise set alone. It feels so great to have the band. It feels like I'm getting support and resistance, and it makes the stretch really yummy. Of course, I can do all of it without the theraband, which is a great set too. Sometimes we do it without the theraband, but something is very comforting about having it. Comfort. Good. Good. Keep going. Kick. And kick. And kick. Keep going. Kick. And kick. Oh, yes. Good job. Whew. Good. So some of you are on trips right now. Yes. And some of you are heading out soon. Deb's going to be in Hawaii. And Elise, you're going to be in 3 different islands in Hawaii. Joni, you just got back from Hawaii. Sell out of Hawaii. We got to do some luau stuff together this summer. That'll be fun. Okay, we're almost there. You want to take it this time all the way up to the maximum, and then slither the other leg long, and then we go side to side. Good. Or keep the leg bent and move side to side. Your choice. I like the other leg long. I don't know why. It just feels really good this way for me. Good. And take it as slow as you like, or as fast as you like. But get a lot out of this range. For me, keeping my leg up high and then taking it to the maximum place really works. Those are the best ways for me on the stretch, to really feel it. Feel your emotion, which is all that storage that we have in our body. Emotion. I think that's why I like Pilates so much. It lets me feel my feelings while I'm exercising. I'm tuned in. So helpful and so de-stressing. Okay, back to our 90 degrees. We pull downward, good, and then we reach the heel up to the sky, and it's a small circle. Maybe it's just leading with your heel, small circle, maybe you spiral out to dinner plate dahlia, and then make it even smoother. So if you actually had a pen or a marker in between your toes, this would be a perfect circle on your ceiling. And then once you get it perfect, you go the other way. Start out with your heel leading, spiraling it out. Good work. Keep going. Keep going. Oh, did you all have such a great Mother's Day weekend? Oh, gosh, what a great weekend. I think I had the best weekend ever. My daughter and son-in-law came on Friday, and on Mother's Day, on Saturday night, we went downtown. We went hiking, we went to the beach, we swam in the ocean. We I had a reservation at Laylee's, which I love. It's a Mediterranean place in downtown Santa Cruz, and they have a beautiful outdoor patio. So we sat on the patio for hours and ate and ate and ate all the good food that we could put in our bellies. And it was really fun. Yeah, it was such a good thing. And then my, okay, I think we did enough here. Give it a nice pull and release that. Ah, good job. Okay, slither your body all the way down and let's exchange toys. I'm dropping my band now. I'm grabbing my ball. I'm going to place that between my inner knees. On our warm-up today, for our standing warm-up, we wanted to focus in on the glutes, and we want to do that even more today now in our bridge. So we're going to lift the hips up and lower the hips down. The spine stays relatively together. It's not that you're like gripping your spine. It's a soft grip, but you're not coming down one bone at a time. You're lifting and lowering. Hip lift, we call these, rather than the bridge or rolling bridge. So a little teeny bit different. The emphasis is 100% the glutes. So you squeeze and you lift, and you think about squeezing your butt. You're welcome to touch your butt if that helps a little bit, or touch your hips. You can think about squeezing the ball, and notice how that really helps fire everything. And it's slow. It's lift and lower. It could be one breath. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, inhale. Good job. Exhale, inhale. Now keep going, but let your arms lift up to the sky. Imagine you're holding a baguette between the hands so that there's a little bit of energy there, and we squeeze and we lower. We squeeze the ball, we squeeze our glutes, and lower. Good. Now try squeezing the baguette just a little bit as well. Yes. So squeeze the ball, the baguette, and your butt. The 3 B's. We squeeze the 3 B's and we lower down. It's a good thing I know how to amuse myself, huh? Yes. Lift and lower and lift and lower and squeeze the 3 B's and lower and squeeze and lower and squeeze and lower and squeeze and lower. This time squeeze and hold. Arms can come down to the sides and lightly press into the earth. You're on your shoulder blades somewhere. Your hips are lifted up as high as you possibly can. There's energy coming out through your shins. And I want you to focus on energy through the big toe side of your foot. So you are really holding on to your ball. Yes. Good. Now, in that perfect lengthened form, we're going to do just our glute squeezes, but what we're focused on is the ball. So we squeeze the ball and release. And notice that when you squeeze the ball, you're also squeezing your glutes. Squeeze and release. Good job. Squeeze and squeeze and squeeze. Good. Let's bring up that pace a little. It's good job. Squeeze it for all it's worth. Squeeze your ball. Squeeze your ball. Squeeze your ball. Squeeze your ball. Keep going. Squeeze and squeeze and squeeze. Keep going. Squeeze and squeeze and squeeze. Yes, you can. Squeeze and 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 hold it. Good. We go down and up for about 10. It's down, squeeze to lift. Down, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Good. Really focus here. You really squeeze your ball at the top. At this point, the hip lift becomes a rest zone. This is your rest time for your butt, even though you're really using your glutes a lot here, because we're going to do 2 more of those squeezing bridges. So this is definitely, didn't I say in the beginning of class that we didn't have a theme? Then why are we working on our butts the whole time, Jen? Okay. Maybe we did have a theme in my unconscious brain, but now we bring it into fruition. Okay, I did have a secret theme. Lift up and hold. Check out your form. Shoulder blades on the ground, hips lifted as high as you can, knees lengthened. Arms could be up holding your baguette for extra credit, or they're on the ground pushing slightly down. You choose. We're going to focus on the left leg only. Squeeze, release. The right leg's like your oak tree. Left leg's doing all the work. Squeeze the ball, release the ball. Keep your form. The most important part is not to let your hips drop. You don't want to sag your bridge. Good. Squeeze and squeeze. Just that left leg. Squeeze and squeeze. Keep going. Squeeze and squeeze. Yes, we can. Squeeze and squeeze. Just that left leg. Squeeze and squeeze and squeeze and squeeze. Keep going. Squeeze and squeeze. Good. Now at this point, your left butt cheek should be screaming in a good way. It's like, okay, I don't know how many more that I can actually do here, but I'm with you, Jen. I'm with you, and I can feel my left butt cheek. Good. Now do not let your hips sag. Stay lifted. Good. Give me 3 more good ones. Squeeze and squeeze and squeeze. Now it's 10 up and down. We go down, lift up, down, squeeze to lift. 8, 7. I want good form. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, stay. Right leg, squeeze and release. Squeeze and release. Right leg only. Squeeze, release, squeeze, release. Now it's faster. Squeeze, squeeze. Good. Do not let your butt sag. Stay lifted. Stay lifted. Good. Now at this point already, your right butt cheek should be firing. You should be having a little tiny campfire underneath your right glute. Oh yeah, we can handle it. We can handle this. We know there might be s'mores later. Yeah, campfire, s'mores, they go together, right? And squeeze, and squeeze, and squeeze. Keep going for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Now stay. We get our 3 final. It's 3, 2, 1. Good. Roll the spine down. Bring one leg over the other leg, legs into your body. Hug whatever part of your body you like. And then a tiny little movement, just tiny. Does that get your butt a little bit? If not, find a wider stretch that gets your butt. For me, the little tight one works best. Little jiggling is helpful. Okay, and then the other way, other leg on the top. That's it, and breathe. Perfect. Woo! Okay, so let's rock ourselves all the way up to a seated position and take a little forward fold. Perfect. Okay, we're going to come to a seated position for just a second, and then we will come to our all fours. But for now, just shake out your wrists for me for a second. Shake out your wrists. Yeah. Good. And then clasp the hands and make a figure 8 with your hands. This is just some wrist strengthening that we need. And then the other way. Good. Now open up one wrist, pull it back. And then the other side. Pull it back. Good. Maybe both. Are you in a position where you can put both of your fingers somewhere that feels comfortable, where you're opening up your wrist even more? Anyone feel like they have tight wrists today and they need this? So take a minute. I do. I really have tight wrists today. Tight neck and tight wrists. I think it's from my long bike ride yesterday. You're kind of hunched over and you're gripping There's a lot of downhill. So it makes sense. Maybe for you, you can also think, oh yeah, I was throwing pottery all day and I was hunched over at the wheel and using my wrists all day. Whatever it is, just maybe notice, oh yeah, that's why I'm feeling that way. Okay, so good, respecting our wrists. We're gonna come to our all fours position. We're gonna make these a little challenging today for the core. If by any chance you do have some back issues at all, these are the safest way in physical therapy to actually work your entire core is through the cat stretches, and I think they call them bird dogs in physical therapy. Okay, take a breath in here and get as long as you can through both ends of your spine. On an exhale breath, just make sure you're pulling your belly muscles inward. Good. I want you to try taking one arm out to the side without changing anything in your spine, and then bring that back in. Good. Now, just for an experiment, you know how I love experiments. We're going to take that same arm out to the front. So here we go. We're going to take it out to the front. See how that feels. Good. Can you take it out to the side? And then without changing anything, can you take it out to the front? Can you take it out to the side? And can you take it out to the front? And then all the way back. Good. Did you have a preference for either of those? For me, I really like taking it out to the side. It feels so much better. Now try the other arm. So you're in that perfect quadruped position. Other arm goes out to the side. Find it. Nothing else has changed. Belly's pulling in. And then take it to the straight out position, up over your head. Taking it out to the side. And then taking it up so that it's lengthened by your head. Good. Do you have a preference? I do. I like it to the T shape. So I want you to choose your preference now. Good. And then let's go back to that first arm that we were on, and we're going to add the opposite leg. So here we go. Arm and opposite leg, lengthen long, in perfect opposition. I don't have enough room here, so I'm taking mine out to the front. That's okay. I'm really reaching in opposition. My abs are pulling in, and it's down an inch, up an inch, down an inch, up an inch. It's tiny, but I'm using my belly. I'm using my abs to lift and lower my legs. And arms, my limbs. Good, and then bring that all the way in. Stretch back for a second to prayer stretch. Take a breath. And then come back up to quadruped. Good. Opposite arm and leg. Hold it. Find it super strong. Pull abdominals in. That's the driving factor. And then down an inch, up an inch. Down an inch, up an inch. Good. Keep going. Good. Reach. Bring it in. And then sit back. Press the arms forward. Pull your armpits back. And then if you can, forehead on the ground, hands come behind you and clasp. And then stretch your arms up over your head. Maybe you do a little teeny movement side to side. Stretch your shoulders. Good, and then gently come all the way up. Ah, good. We're gonna finish our class with a little bit of a twist today. What? We're not gonna do our hip strengthening? We did a lot of hips today. We did plenty of hips and glutes today. We're gonna do our stretch. So you're gonna come to a seated position with your legs straight out in the front, and your ball is gonna go behind you. Yes. I want you to find your forward fold. We found that a couple of times already today. That's excellent. Good. And then for me, I always like to have that ball behind me. Yeah. Okay. Bring the legs in together. Sit up as tall as you can. And for me, I'm going to start with my right leg, but honestly, it doesn't matter. It's just easy for me to cue this way. So I'm going to start with my right leg. I'm going to pull it in. I'm going to have my hands wrapped around my right shin, and I pull myself up just a little bit higher. It's all about my spine. How tall can I get my spine? Then I'm going to transition. This leg goes on the outside of the opposite thigh. So I lift right foot up and put it on outside of left thigh. Then I use my hands, clasp and pull my spine up taller. Nice. Once I get full height, I flex my left foot. My flexing of my left foot helps me activate through the back of my leg so I can get taller with my spine. Yay. And then I start to twist at the base, and then I use my hands around my legs in any shape or form that feels comfortable, and I twist toward that leg. I twist toward it. My opposite hand is behind me, giving me lift, lift, lift. Good. Now I'm going to release it like a whirligig. Ooh, opposite hand, so left hand comes around, holds on to that bone, and then I open in opposition. Yes. Good. Now as I'm opening, I can hold on to something if I find something. If there's a wall behind you or something, that's kind of good. Otherwise, I like to make a tripod with my hands and focus on the lift. Again, my left foot is flexed. That helps me. This is twisting of the spine. Breathe into the twisted parts. The whole spine. 3 deep breaths minimal. Is there somewhere you're getting oxygen that you didn't have it this morning? I did 4 breaths. That felt really good. Nice. Let's try the other side. Left leg comes in. We pull it in. Remember, spine is tall. Lift up left foot. Take it outside of right thigh. And we want to go toward the knees. So the same direction that we opened in. That's our first little twist. But here comes the whirligig. We sweep around. Right hand grabs onto bone. We use that to lift up and then open. If you hold on to something behind you, like a wall or a Cadillac, excellent. If not, tripod on the floor. Stay tall. Breathe. 3 deep breaths minimally. Ah, that felt really good. Woo! Okay, people, let's finish just with a tiny little stretch from Kundalini Yoga. We're sitting cross-legged if it's at all possible. You're holding onto your knees and you're going to make a full circle, bowing forward, taking it side, back, side, forward. 3 circles in one direction. You're stirring your spine, creating joy, love, and kindness for the day. Ah, nice. Ooh. Good. One more time. So you get 3 and 3. Okay, good. Notice how you feel. I'm so glad you were here with us today and that we're all together. Yay! Beautiful people. I hope you have the best day ever. Mwah, mwah, mwah. And soon we're going to be all together. I don't know when, but at some point we will be all together. Wouldn't that be fun? Okay, I'm going to